Sup boys, Ludo here, and finally it is time for the final tier list of the pre-patch before the midnight launches. As you know, I play every single class, every single spec, to a pretty high level, DPS 2.5 to 2.8. Healers recently I did play a lot because I didn't want to wait in the queue, so I did play them a lot, and you know, not the best healer, like I'm not the greatest healer. Most of my healers are between 2.2 and 2.5. Which is okay, I think. So I'll have a better input in the healers, I think, than usual, since I usually didn't play healers. And so let's start. Oh yeah, this is mostly for arena, shuffle 2s, 3s, whatever. Of course, it's gonna apply to BGs as well, to World PvP, but to some extent, because some classes will be better in duels, in BGs than in arenas, or worse, right, depending on the class. So this is usually for arena. In the future, I will maybe make a separate list for both, right? Okay, so let's start. Marksmanship Hunter. One of my favorites, I love it, but this season it's very, very, very average. Even after a few buffs, you know, consistent damage is okay. Burst is not enough. The gameplay is not as good as it was. It's just okay. It's just okay. And there are way better specs than Marksman. It's just okay, you know. It needs a little help, like 10% buff, or just bring back the explosive shot, you know. That could be good enough. Like, if we brought explosive shot back, no need for buffs, that would be nice. I'll be down for that. Now, Fury Warrior, again, very, very average. I'm gonna do melees first, ranged, healers, and then tanks. That's gonna be the order. So this is not like who is more powerful out of these two. It's just, you know, I'm gonna have an order: melee, ranged, healers, tanks. Okay. So Fury, consistent damage, but the meta is, you know, you can't kill anything with consistent damage until deep, 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 deep dampening. So very average. Good damage, but no kill pressure because the healers are too strong for Fury to kill anything. Okay, we need to burst something down to get a kill, and Fury can't burst anything down, right? So we need the deep dampening on that, or a bad healer. Now Havoc, better version of Fury pretty much, because Fury can't connect as well. Havoc cannot not connect because it's so mobile. The damage is maybe slightly weaker than Fury, but the mobility is just so much better, right? Then again, we have that cheese with rain from above, and which does a lot of damage. And that's it, honestly. Havoc feels like it's missing some buttons still. Like, you know, maybe add an extra ability to Havoc. It feels kind of empty. It's just okay. Just okay. Again, compared to last season, it's worse. It's worse. Now, Ret did get some buffs in the recent patch, so I think it is a strong A tier. The damage is there. Now, I don't think still it's enough for S tier, but I would say like it's A+, because it has the best kit in the game, the best utility in the game, right? It has so many stuff going on. The Red has so many stuff going on compared to, like we had purging from a lot of abilities, right? The Red still has the most stuff in the game. It even has more defensives than some of the healers, you know, which is kind of crazy. So it can be below A tier. The damage is like, if it got like a 10% nerf, we could maybe push it to S tier, but I think it's between S and A. Like, it's strong, but it's not overpowered. S tier is just for the overpowered stuff, you know. Red is strong. Now, Sub Rogue. It's got slightly nerfed, but not enough. And once again, you know, this is a Even though it got simplified a lot, Rogue still a Rogue, and some people will not have success with Sub Rogue, and some people will be insane, you know, solo winning every game with the Sub Rogue because it's just so strong. It's so strong, and if you don't think it's strong, you're doing something wrong. I'm sorry to say, you know, it's really strong, and it does need a slight nerf because I'm afraid to see what's gonna happen at you know, rank 1 range with this. Unholy Decay got obliterated with nerfs. Obliterated. But, surprisingly, it's still solid. It's still solid. It's not S tier anymore. But it's solid. Like, it's worse than Red, because it doesn't have that utility, but in damage, it's pretty similar, you know? Pretty similar. It's just very solid. Strong A tier. Strong A tier. Surprising. Very surprising to me. I mean, numbers were hella scary for Unholy DK. I was thinking, hey, this is gonna be, you know, C tier, but it's still strong. It's very strong. Now, Survival Hunter is insane too. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's very simple now. For some reason, Survival Hunters get offended every time I say it's pretty simple. But it's really simple, and it does insane damage. And it has an easy 9-second CC chain. It has insane burst. It has insane consistent damage, good defensives. It has everything. It's a hybrid, ranged attacks, you know, mobility. It has everything. It's S tier, no questions asked. It's just good. Affliction Lock got nerfed. I don't know why. I really don't know why. And last time I put it in A tier, but this tier is gonna be 100% B tier. And, you know, if there was a B C tier, I might put it there. Now, I won't go as low as C, because, you know, if you leave it, or a good Affliction can still do some scary stuff, you know. Now, this is the hardest spec in the game, and most people will struggle with Affliction. Actually, second, you know, second or third. Like top 3 hardest specs in the game. Outlaw is the hardest. One of the hardest. So most people will struggle with this. But a good Affliction, I think, still will be a B tier. Okay? So it still damages okay. I don't know, just like, why the hell did they get nerfed? I mean, it's crazy. They need help. They need help. And they need bug fixes. A lot of bug fixes. Okay? Now we have a similar spec. I mean, in a similar boat. Rot damage, like Affliction, but worse. Affliction Rogue is pretty damn bad. Even though it got some juicy buffs, and the last time I put it in D, so I'm just bumping it into C tier. Now, I haven't seen much Affliction, Assassination Rogues, I ain't gonna lie. I played a lot of games, but I haven't seen almost any Assassination Rogue. So this is just, you know, my guess. The buff was significant, so I am putting it into C tier. And it's a Rogue. So the toolkit is here, strong toolkit. Even though if the damage is still not there, I think it can be below C tier now. Because, like, it was D tier because, you know, it was so bad. It was so bad, it was doing 0 damage. Now, it's doing some damage, so I'm just gonna put it in C tier, okay? It still needs to get buffed, though. Elemental Shaman got buffed, exactly what I said last patch about spell protection and the Voltaic Blaze reduce cooldown. So I'm gonna bump it into B tier. I think the damage is okay, but the Flame Shock is still a problem. The good healers will still dispel you. And I don't know how that is gonna be fixable with cooldown on Flame Shock. I don't know how that's gonna be fixable, and that's the only way you apply it if you're playing Farseer. Because there's no surging, right? So I don't know how they're gonna fix Elemental, honestly. I don't see it going into A tier ever or S tier, because you know they would need to make some insane damage, like insane damage. They would have to go to this tier, because just your lava burst will be. I mean, against bad players, I can see how they could go up, but you know, in a little bit higher elo, above 2.5, let's say, it can't go above this. It can't, because everyone will know what to do against you. So they need to rework Voltaic Blaze or Flame Shock, or add ability that does it. You know, not only limited to Voltaic Blaze. So I'm gonna say B tier. Damage is good, utility is good, off healing is good. You know, toolkit is very strong, but that is a weak point of the elemental. So it needs a stronger dispel protection, maybe. Okay. Like Affliction has a very strong one. Elemental has the worst one. So Devourer, the one-shot build got destroyed, and the one-shot build is like D tier, or maybe C tier. But the build I just did, it's S tier. It's so good. You're literally top damage every single game. You're just pressing 3 buttons. It's kind of a beast mastery rotation. You know, just rotating 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So it's very simple. It's very simple, and it's insanely strong. Insanely strong. And honestly, the only, like, if Devourer had better defensives, I'll put it in S+. The damage is so strong. I'll put it in S+. Because literally a basic attack of Devourer, which is kind of a consume, or reap, right? Reap, consume, it's kind of a basic attack, let's be real. That's like Warlock casting Immolate. It's a short cast, it's just a base spell. Doing a 40k damage, which is almost like a Chaos Bolt, is kind of insane, I would say, right? So it will be S+, but since we don't have any defensives, it can't be. It has the weakest defensives in the game. You're completely reliant on your healer, completely. And every game I lose on Devourer is because of the healer. Like, these people don't understand that I can do anything. Like, if you're playing against a sub-rogue, you need to save your trinket for smoke, or you're gonna die in the smoke. And your healer gets CC'd and he doesn't trinket, but you can't trinket. He needs to do something, and you lose the game, and then you're like, you know, hello. But people don't understand it, so it would be S+ if it had a good defensive, you know? But it doesn't. It's just a blur, and if the blur had network like an Havoc, that wouldn't be bad. Outlaw, C tier, high spec in the game, you know, CC machine. It's good, but it's only good for the best players in the game. So it's always gonna be C tier, I guess, always. That's Sherlock. Now, some might disagree, but recently I've been playing a lot of Dash Sherlock after playing Demolock, and I believe this is S tier. It's so tanky. A little bit less tanky than Demolock, but it does more damage than Demolock. Okay? It does more damage than Demolock. Chaos Bolts really hurt. You kill anything in 3 Chaos Bolts. Anything drops in 3 Chaos Bolts, okay? They're really strong, and you're really tanky. So you're a tank with a rocket launcher, pretty much, you know? It's really, really strong. Now, since I was talking about Demolock, let's continue that conversation. The tank is back in the game, in my opinion. Now, I know most people would say it's S tier. I would say it's someone between S and A tier. I played a lot of Demolock, but it's just missing some damage. Like, it's the tankiest, like, it's unkillable. I don't know if I died once on it. It does have Mortal Wound, which is, you know, bumping it up, but the damage is okay. Nothing great. All of these can outdamage you, even if you know, don't stop casting. Even if you're doing your PvE rotation, you're not moving, you're literally, these guys will outdamage you. So the only, that's why I think Destro is better. because it can actually kill something. Now that's sure only caster with mortal wound, kind of, you know. So that's why I'm gonna keep it in S tier. But the damage is not S tier, okay? The tankiness and the mortal wound, only because of that, I'll keep it in S tier. It's really strong, but, you know, the lowest S tier in my opinion here, okay? Feral did get some okay buffs, but I don't think it's enough, okay? I don't think it's enough. I'm gonna put it at high B tier. Why am I gonna put it in high B tier? Because of utility. Clone is still OP, 5 second stun is still OP, roots, off healing. It's a good spec. It's a good spec, kit is amazing, if you know how to utilize it well. The damage still could get some love, but I don't think it's bad. I think it's a high B tier compared to these other guys in the B tier, okay? Now. Beast Mastery. Beast Mastery did get some nerfs. Actually, a lot of nerfs, I would say. And I would bump it down into B tier. I would bump it down into B tier because it's not enough anymore. And the problem with Beast Mastery is it's just too easy to be strong. And it just doesn't have enough complexity to be, you know, like you only have 3 buttons, so it's very hard to balance. I don't know, it's weird. It's so weird. I really don't like what they did with Beast Mastery this season. And you know, that's my highest spec I've been rank 19 with Beast Mastery. I don't know. I'm unhappy with it currently. It's B tier, it's okay, nothing special, you know? I don't want to talk about it too much because I'm disappointed in it. Devastation, I think it's A tier. The damage is pretty solid. The toolkit is pretty great. Very mobile. Very good against melee. The only problem is some range classes which kind of can't lose against it. Like these two, for example, destroy the Evoker. They kind of destroy it, okay? Because they're just beefier and do more damage. And you really can't kite them, right? So if these are meta, then this guy can be S tier, but since there are some melees in the meta right now, which dev can easily juke around and make their life a hell, it's A tier. So pretty solid pick. Good damage, 2D breaths is insane. So I like it. Fire Mage. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Mage in the pre-patch is my least played class. So I don't know if I'm right about it, but to me it feels like it's B tier. I haven't played a lot of it because I don't like the changes made to it. Okay. I really don't like the changes made to it, and in the last season it was my favorite caster. It was so fun, it was such a blast, it was a machine gun, it was beautiful. And I'm just not enjoying it. It's okay, you know, it's not bad, so it's a B tier. Could be worse. It's a mage. Mage like a rogue can be below C tier, even if the damage is shit. The kit is just amazing, right? The kit is just amazing. So I'm gonna put it here. Okay. Windwalker. Windwalker. Got some juicy buffs. And I think it's A tier. It's really strong. It's good, and it was A tier before the buffs. It's gonna stay in a strong A tier as well now. Okay. Super solid, super solid. Like way better version of Fury Warrior or Demon Hunter. More mobile than Fury Warrior, more damage than Demon Hunter, right? Very solid. Augmentation got a buff, but I played only 2 games of augmentation and it was okay. I wouldn't say it's anything spectacular. No, it's okay. Now, augmentation is usually played by a very niche player base, and most of us don't like it's a one-trick spec usually, you know? So it's hard to rate it. So I think it's a C tier. It's a hard one to rate. Arcane Mage, once again, it just feels like a B tier to me. After these big nerfs to Burst and now to Spellslinger as well, I don't see how it can be above B tier. Like, it's okay. It's still a mage, but it's not great. It's really not great. Like, I think other casters are better. Okay. Boomy. Boomy is pretty tanky and does pretty good damage. Does pretty good burst. Does pretty good everything, you know? Has good CC, good toolkit. So, good damage, good offensives, good toolkit, everything. Good off healing, everything. It's okay in everything. Like a jack of all trades. So, strong A tier. Strong A tier, and it got buffed for some reason, I don't know why. Enhancement Shaman. Now, this one is interesting. I think people are usually downrating Enhancement Shaman. I really believe it's A tier. It is weakest of these guys, but I think it's still A tier. Like, the burst is very solid, but the point is what you do outside of the burst. Now, most people don't know how to play an Enhancement Shaman outside of the burst, and that's the problem. So I think it's really solid outside of the burst, and the off healing is super solid as well. The toolkit is amazing, same for Elemental Shaman, and it's just A tier if it's in a good. Since, you know, on Enhancement Shaman I usually struggle mostly with like something that does a lot of consistent damage, like a Fury Warrior. Like last season, that would be my tough matchup. Everything else, like these guys, I would destroy them. Something like that would out-pressure me. So since this is bad, I think Shaman is better, you know what I mean? So for me, it's A tier. But I could see it being between A and B tier. But I think it's definitely better than these guys. Okay? Now, Frost Decay did get some, what was it, 8% buff, 10%, which I don't think is enough to put it. It's just average B tier. It's okay. It's better than these guys, and it's not horrible. Like, if we got another 10%, we could maybe put it into A tier, you know? So the tier list is looking pretty balanced, I think. It's looking pretty balanced. So we just need buffs on C tiers and little nerfs on S tiers. I would like to see all the classes between A and B tier, and that's the balance game. That's what we strive for. Now, the Arms Warrior is the worst DPS spec in the game. Last time I think I put it in C tier, and after that it got nerfed by like 20% on everything, and slime got reduced by 60%. I mean, what the hell is going on with the arms, guys? This is you know, if there were no tanks, I would put it in Z tier. Okay, it's a joke. It's a joke of the patch, of the pre-patch. It's a joke of the pre-patch. Frost Mage. Again, like all the mage specs, it's okay. It's okay. I've seen the least Frost Mage out of these. They were okay, nothing special. The caster I've seen the least, so, you know, I don't know what to say about it, honestly. Too much. I've seen it only a few times, and it was average. Good defensives, still the same. Has to hard cast a lot. That's kind of, you know, a problem. And the damage is not that great. Okay, compared to Shadow, which does a pretty damn nice damage and is tanky. has good utility, and I mean, it's just tanky. It's tanky and does good damage, and consistent burst. It's very solid on all bases, I would say. Very solid on all bases, but not as good as these two guys. Okay, so this is pretty much it for the DPS. Would I move anything? I don't think so. I think this looks very, very good. Very, very good. Okay, let's move on to the healers. Guys, the current strongest spec in the game, Mistweaver. It's insane. It's just insane. Me as a noob healer got to 2.550 in the first day of playing it. I think it says a lot how broken this is. It's just insane. I mean, it has 3-4 big cooldowns. It has consistent healing, never runs out of mana. It's impossible to lose, pretty much. It's almost impossible to lose. It's just amazing. It's S+. It's S+, but I'm not gonna do that, but you know it's S+. Holy Priest, very average. Did get some buffs last patch, but the toolkit is kinda boring. This was usually my favorite healer. Now it's Mistweaver because it's so good. But usually this was my favorite healer. Now, I'm just missing some buttons. I'm kinda bored while playing it, you know what I mean? And it can run out of mana. Now, if it couldn't run out of mana like a Mistweaver, I would put it in A tier, because the healing is pretty good. The damage is pretty good. The smite hits very well. But, you know, you face someone who can't run out of mana and you lose instantly. So, it's a B tier. Resto Druid. As I told you guys, I played all healers recently. Pushed them to 2.2 plus, and Resto Druid was by far the hardest one. But it's just the hardest healer overall. Like, it's very, like, your brain, it takes time for your brain to know what to do with Resto Druid, because it's different than the other healers. So it's just so complex, but I think it's strong. The healing is good, but I was getting the most on Resto Druid, the most. In the recent patch, we did get some mana buffs, and I haven't played it since Wednesday, so I can't comment on that, but I'm gonna say it's B tier still, okay? The mana issues is big, for me at least, and it's just hard, okay? It's a hard one. But a good Resto Druid will always be S tier. But a good Resto Druid is a rarity, it's a gem, because it's very hard, like an outlaw, right? Very hard. Now, Press Evoker, kind of the second hardest healer, I would say, is okay. Is okay. I would say it heals less than Resto Druid, but it still has mana problems. Like these two, I had the most problems with mana. Evoker and Resto Druid. Now, the damage is okay, but why I'm putting it in C tier compared to other guys is because I felt like I had to press more to achieve the same as the other healers, you know? Like on Holy Priest, you can click one heal, and it's gonna heal the same as 3 buttons on Press Evoker. You know what I mean? That's how it felt to me. So I was just, my APM had to be really high to keep up with the other healers, and then I would just run out of mana and lose. So I think it's the worst healer in the game. Okay? Holy Paladin is pretty strong. It's not as good as it was at the start. Then it was the second best healer. Now I think it's the third best healer. But I'm still gonna keep it in A tier because of the toolkit. The toolkit is so good. Bubble, Spell Bubble, Freedoms, Searing Glare, everything, right? It's so good. And it's a very, very strong mana pool. It's not as strong as Mistweaver, but it's better than these guys below, okay? It's better than these guys below, and I don't think, like, I usually don't lose against these guys, but I always lose against Mistweaver on a Paladin. I always lose against Mistweaver. So, but these guys I beat easily. So, in my opinion, A tier, okay? Now, Discipline Priest, Oracle was very strong, and it was definitely A tier. It was definitely A tier, but we had some recent big buffs to Voidweaver. So both builds are very strong now. Oracle is still solid, but Voidweaver got buffed by a lot. Now, I can't say it's S tier because, it does a lot of damage. Like, it does a lot of damage. But still, Mistweaver is Mistweaver. It can heal it out. It can heal it out. And it won't run out of mana. So you're gonna win at some point against Disc, okay? And the problem with the Disc is, if you're playing against double melee, you can get run down. On Mistweaver, I never died on Mistweaver, me personally. I never ever died on Mistweaver. On Disc, I think it's way easier to get tunneled, okay? So I think this is the second best healer, but still not close to the Mistweaver, okay? Now, Resto Shaman, it had some small buffs, but I think I've misjudged it a little bit last time I rated it. And after playing it, I think it's actually a low B tier. Problem I'm having it is you have to hardcast a lot of heals, and the heals don't feel as strong as on some healers above. But the point is, you can win any of these guys in B or C tier, or even some of these guys in A tier sometimes on mana. Like, you have an infinite mana pool. You're always going to lose to Monk, or you should, but these guys are beatable because of your mana. Even though the healing is not so great, having infinite mana is such an advantage, right? It's just a time game. Like, Press Evoker is going to run out and you're going to win. You know what I mean? So you just have to be careful and adapt your playstyle, and you're going to win. Okay. Guys, this is my experience on healers. I've been playing a lot of healers in recent 2-3 weeks. So this was how it felt to me while climbing and playing against other healers and playing those healers myself, you know. But I'm not a healer main. So, okay, tanks. Now, tanks, this time I haven't seen any tanks except BGs, but, you know, this is an arena tier list anyway, so this will be more of a guess since I haven't seen any. So I'm just gonna guess Protection Warrior. We can put in D tier. I think it's kind of the same as an Arms Warrior. Same for Blood DK. It's usually the best, second best tank in the game, in arena. It always is. Protection Paladin, amazing toolkit, beautiful, even stronger than the Holy and the Red because of those two angels, right? It's just such a strong toolkit. It's insane toolkit. Brewmaster, again, solid, very solid tank. Good CC chain. Again, most awkward tank for me. So, Guardian Druid, unfortunately Z tier, does no damage, like 0 damage. It's tanky, it's unkillable, but it does no damage. It has Clone, which is very strong, but, you know, if you're doing no damage, it's very hard to close the game. You're kind of a... But if it did, have a toolkit like Prot Paladin, like Prot Paladin has CC, off healing, huge defenses, and okay damage. Now this doesn't have, it just has CC, you know. If it did some off healing, then we could bump it up maybe to D tier, but it doesn't. Now Vengeance Demon Hunter doesn't do anything except CC, damage is okay, survivability is okay, CC is okay, it's weird CC anyway, and it can't help team in any way except CC, the damage is just not there. Okay. So, this is the final tier list. I think the game looks pretty balanced with few outliners. What do we need is buffs to the arms, outlaw, assassination, augmentation, and press evoker. Okay, buff these guys. We could keep these guys here or buff them by 5%, or nerf these guys by 5% to equalize them a little bit more, and nerf these guys by 20%. So all of them are equal. You know what I mean? That will be the perfect equilibrium here, I think. So guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed and agree with my list, drop the like. If not, let me know in the comments why not. What is it you do not agree with? What would you put lower or higher? Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one and in the midnight.